name is Muhammad Anis Aiman bin Hisham, and matric card number 20219526673. Today, group 4. Our group will present about application of wakalah in Islamic banking. Okay, before we go more detail about application of wakalah in Islamic banking, I will present first about what is wakalah, meaning and concept of wakalah. Okay, we go to the first slide. Definition of wakalah. Literally means representation, proxy, mandate, authorization, and delegation. Definition of wakalah in technically is regularly refers to a contract in which a person allows another person to perform certain legal actions determined on his or her behalf. It is lawful if a person appoints another as his representative for selling or buying, giving or taking a pledge, for depositing or receiving a gift, for making a compromise, and for giving an acquittance, and for making an admission. Alright, it's all about definition of wakalah in literally and technically. Okay, we go to the next slide. Next slide is evidence. There was 3 evidence. We can explain about you one by one. So the first one is Al-Quran. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Fab'athu ahadakum biwarithikum hadhihi ila al-Madinah. Sadaqallahul azim. Meaning, so send one of you to the city with your silver money. Surah Al-Kahfi, verse 19. Okay, the verse concludes that in the case of muamalah can be done by representative in transaction. There are solutions that can be taken when people experience certain conditions that result in inability to do everything independently, either through command or personal awareness in order to help. Thus, one can access or conduct transaction through wakalah. Okay, it is about evidence from Al-Quran. Okay, next we can go through the evidence. Al-Hadith. As narrated to me Yahya from Malik, from Rabi'ah bin Abu Rahman, from Sulaiman bin Yasar, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent Abu Rafi' and a man from among the Ansar. They both married him to Maimunah binti Al-Harith while he was still in Madinah and had not left. Hadis riwayat Maliki 678, Kitab Al-Muwatta. Okay, this is evidence from Al-Hadith. Okay, the third evidence is ijma' ulama or the scholars. Okay, the scholars are the opinion that with ijma' on the permission of wakalah, they dedicate wakalah on the grounds that wakalah belongs to the type of ta'awun or help on the basis of goodness and piety. Hence, it is permitted because it is one of the types of cooperation on the good deeds and fear of God encouraged in Islam. Okay, that's all is an evidence that I was explained to all 3 evidence. That's Al-Quran, Al-Hadith, and Ijma' Ulama. So next we go through the next slide. Pillars of wakalah. Okay, there was 4 pillars of wakalah. Okay, the first one is Al-Muwakkil. Al-Muwakkil means a person who delegates and authorizes is required to have the right to tasharruf in the areas to which he is delegated. Okay, this is a muwakkil. And the second one is Al-Wakil. Al-Wakil means a person who receives this authority must have the ability to carry out his trust given by the grantor. Okay, that means about Al-Wakil. Okay, the third one, At-Tawkil. At-Tawkil means the object must be something that can be delegated to others, such as buying and selling, giving wages, and he like that it indeed in the power of the party giving the power. At-Tawkil is the object that between Al-Muwakkil and Al-Wakil. So At-Tawkil is means the object as something that can be delegated to others. Okay, the last 4 pillars of wakalah is Siwah. Siwah means an agreement between the guarantor and the proxy. That means the agreement between Al-Muwakkil and Al-Wakil for the contract. Okay, these are ijab and qabul, means offer and acceptance. Okay, these are all pillars of wakalah. Okay, next we go to the next slide. Is flows of wakalah. There was an example, flows of wakalah. Image shows flows of wakalah. We can see muwakil, authorizer, mandatory, client or principal. Muwakkal bi, things or subject matter. Muwakkal bi, same meaning with at-tawkil that I just explained to you just now. At-tawkil, same meaning is muwakkal bi. That means things or object or subject matter. Okay. Wakil, al-wakil, authorized agent, representative, proxy. So there was sirah, ijab and kabul between al-muwakil and al-wakil. They will do a sirah for this wakalah contract. Okay. The next slide shows flows of wakalah too, but there's more detail. An example in banking that happen in bank. So we can see investor represent for al-muwakil, and next bank represent for al-wakil. So at-tawkil represent for cash investment. At this example is at-tawkil or al-muwakkal bi. That means things or subject matter to cash investment. So commercial venture. So this is an example flows of wakalah, more detail that happen in banking. So that's all from me. I will pass to my group members to explain more detail about our topic.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Khairul Zaman bin Muhammad Sakri, and I will be present about the terms of wakalah, types of the wakalah, and the terms ends of the wakalah. First of all, al-wakalah, wakalah platform. Islam prescribes al-wakalah because human beings need it. Not everyone has the ability or opportunity to complete all affairs on their own. On one occasion, a person needs to delegate a job to someone else to represent himself or herself. The legal basis of wakalah is permissible in a contract that is prescribed by the legal basis of worship. Al-wakalah can be sunnah, makruh, haram, or even obligatory in accordance with the intention of the grantor, authorized work, or other underlying factors. Terms of wakalah. The conditions of wakalah are follows. First of all, the job or the business can be delegated or replaced by another person. Therefore, it is not lawful to delegate to perform acts of worship such as prayer, fasting, and reciting the Quran. Second, the work is owned by the muwakkil during the wakalah contract. Therefore, it is not lawful for a representative to sell someone he does not already own. Third, his work is clearly known, so it is not valid to represent something that is still vague, such as I made you my representative to marry one of my children. Fourth, sirah should be in the form of pronunciation that indicates the meaning of delegating, accompanied by the willingness of the representative, such as I delegate or hand over this job to you to do this job. Then accept by the representative in sirah qabul. The representative does not require the meaning. If the representative does not say qabul, it is still considered as valid. And the next is type of wakalah. According to Ayub 2009, there are 3 types of wakalah that is named as follows. First, al-wakalah al-khassa is a possession of delegation of authority to replace a job position that is specific and the specifications are clear, as is buying a Honda Type X or becoming an advocate to settle a particular case. Second, al-wakalah al-amma is a possession of delegation of authority is general without any specification, like buy me any car you find. And the third is al-wakalah al-muqayyada, and al-wakalah mutlaqa is an agreement in which the authority and actions of the representative are limited by certain conditions. For example, sell a car for 100 million if cash and 150 million if credits. While al-wakalah al-mutlaqa is a wakalah contract where the authority and representative are not limited by certain conditions or rule, such as sell this car without mentioning the desired price. And the last one is terms of the end of wakalah. Wakalah is not a contract that is valid forever, but can be void or revoked. According to the National Sharia Council 2006, there are several things that cause wakalah to be void and end as follows. First, when one of the trustees is dead or insane. Second, when the purpose contained in the wakalah has been complete or the purpose is terminated from the work. Third, the decision of the wakalah by one of the parties who received the power and ends due to the loss of power or the rights of the grantor over an object authorized. Cessation of activity or work intended by both parties. Fifth, cancellation of the contract by the grantor against the grantor, known to the grantor. Sixth, the grantor resigns with the knowledge of the grantor. 7. Loss of ownership of goods for the grantor. That's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shukri bin Ahmad Luqman, matrix number 2020967-57. So today I will be continuing my group presentations with the subtopic of benefits of wakalah in Islamic banking. So for your information, the wakalah model is relevant to all Islamic financial institutions, which the wakalah assists them in serving as representative of their participants when it comes to takaful operators handling and distributing donations. So my first point here is the wakalah play an important role in explaining the beauty of tabarruk in takaful. So the agents surely will promote about tabarruk to the participants. This is what that sets it apart from conventional insurance, as this principle Islamicizes insurance and enforces it with Sharia law, since takaful is intended for everyone at all times, not just Muslim, and at this point in time there is no other practical way to get these messages out to the public than through agents. So next, my point is business which wakalah can be extended more quickly or improving companies' performance. So the agents who are motivated by rewards and incentive will undoubtedly strive hard to obtain new clients, because commissions and incentives are their main source of income. Service providers with significant and greater agents would undoubtedly maximize the amount of immediate donation and enable the company's business to grow quickly. The third point, the wakalah fulfills the needs of a person who cannot work directly on their own. So the people who are severely disabled as a result of an injury, for example, never lost their salaries although they are unable to function well enough. This is because they have a takaful account to protect their inability. It also brings comfort to people who need help and fulfills their requirements emerge out of any unexpectedly disaster. So we continue. The next point is the wakalah greatly outweighs any loss to the takaful market, economical or any other. So these factors might potentially cause Islamic banking firms to compete more intensely and competitively with their major rivals, who already make huge profits of their representative labor. So we go to the last point, which the wakalah reduce the number of people who depend on charity and public aid. So the government is supported by the agency system, which reduces the number of people who depend on charity and public aid. This system will introduce the company to independence through the use of takaful operation. It also helps society develop an attitude of mutual assistance that is in danger or in need. The agent will educate society about the importance of saving your money in a good, safe, and systematic manner. It also indirectly helps to lower the unemployment rate in the country, where the agent can work part-time or full-time. So that's all from me for the day. Thank you for watching. Hope it gives benefits to all of you. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Akram Hakimi bin Mazlan. Number matric is 20201043. Okay, for today, I will explain about the wakalah. Okay, next is the application of the wakalah in the daily life. So the firstly is the wakalah based letter of credit, and the second is about insurance. So the first is about wakalah based letter of credit. So among the example that can be explained easily is with those who want a letter of credit that the bank's customer should consult with the bank and explain to the bank on the nature of the product types of and the type of the product to option information on goods to be important about or to be purchased by complying with the condition of issue of the letter of credit. So after the customer inform the detail about the type of the nature of the goods, the bank customer must be paid the cost or the price for the goods to be import the product or to the purchase the product in full to the bank, and the bank will receive the payment when the bank customer puts the money. So want to be paid through a deposit account based on Islamic law, namely the law of al-wadi'ah, and upon calculation of the payment, the bank will issue a letter credit related to the payment that has been cleared by the bank. Okay, next, when it is complete, the banker's connection will receive the detail of the letter. So the information and the document concerning the letter of the credit that has been paid by the customer, and the bank will carry out the duties as and immediately by the customer as well as the buyer or import the product to settle the payment made by the customer through the deposit account. Okay, next is about insurance. Okay, in the beginning, the takaful companies that have been established in Malaysia use the murabahah model system in conducting and also management matters related to takaful. However, nowadays most takaful company based in Malaysia has used the wakalah model system in management matters related to takaful. So this is due to be presence of element-based wakalah in takaful participate of the takaful plans that has been selected to contribute forcefully to be takaful company, as gross contribution of the participant will be rejected by the takaful, and fee wakalah or wakalah fee will include the participant account, or the wakalah fee will be transferred into the risk fund according to the type of plan joined by the participant. Okay, next we go through the current issue about the wakalah. The current question about wakalah related to the Islamic banking is about the appointment of an executor who is the trustee or can also be called as a nominee. In the case, the appointment of an executor or trustee is very important because the executor is a person appointed by the testator to administer his estate while he is still alive. In the matter, for the appointment for an executor, not only can appoint a person who is not from the heirs of the family, but for the appointment of the executor can also against the heirs of the family. So among the case, the example for this case, is that an individual A has named his mother and youngest brother as EPDS nominees when he was single. But after individual A is married and has this, individual A does not change his name to his family as EPDF nominees until the individual A dies, and he has left a wife and also 4 children. In the case, the mother of individual A has also died, so the youngest brother of individual A, who is appointed as the nominant of the EPDS, so must withdraw the money and distribute into the heirs of the individual's family A. However, the youngest brother of the individual A has withdrawn the saving from the EPDF, and all the saving has been distributed to his sibling only. However, on behalf of the individual family A, namely his children and the wife, did not receive a share in the saving. This has resulted in the fate of the heirs of the individual A not being defended, and the sibling of the individual A having divided the property of the operates. Okay, next we go to how to resolve the issue about the family. So, the resolve this issue is to the individual A shall notify the executor of the will of the individual A about the nominant of EPDF, or change the nominants of EPDF to members of the heirs to the executor, or executor are not heirs to the administer the money. Is fairly and equitably, and also when another executor has been appointed, the executor must withdraw the EPDF saving and distribute according to the individual A, or according to the method of division of property according to Islam, which is the Faraic calculation method. Okay, therefore, with the solution has resulted in the family of the individual A will be defended, and this issue can also be applied to the insurance money, tabung haji, and another mobile property of the deceased. Okay, next we go to the conclusion. In conclusion, one of the concepts used in the Islamic banking as well as other banks today apply the al-wakalah system, because the concept has a positive impact on the banking company as in the takaful instrument. With the concept of al-wakalah in the takaful company will cause the marketing of takaful business will increase, can ensure the service will be provided to participate better, and can reduce overhead costs, and can also anticipate the company profit rate and company cost. The concept of al-wakalah is not only used in the Islamic banking, but the concept of wakalah is also used in various. So, in short, the concept of a wakalah is one of the common concept, because this concept can be applied with various method and situation.